Good morning and good afternoon. My name is Onel Otero and my candidate number is 7333. Today I'll be speaking to you about sports health benefits, but mainly towards American contact football. It can be a great sport for any individual to start because it comes with such a grand amount of benefits, both mentally and physically. However, some people could never get to experience it since they are too scared to start, since the sport is quite physically demanding and looks rather scary and rough from an outside perspective. How does my product use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? My media product follows many conventions of sports magazines while also adding in my own style. For example, I included a table of contents with large, bold headlines, page numbers that are varied, and organized article sections. These are common conventions used all around in magazines because they help readers to navigate the content very easily. In my table of contents, I listed sections like sports health benefits, equipment details, and why football is so loved all around, which is similar to how real sports magazines organize their topics. I have also used strong visuals and action photography, like the image of high school football players on the field in action during a play. This follows the sports media convention as the action images help to capture the sport's very high intensity and the excitement embedded into the sport. I use bold colors like green, red, and black as my primary colors, which help to create a powerful and more energetic feeling that matches the complete theme of football as I am portraying it. In terms of representation, my magazine focuses on high school football players and sports culture, showing how football is more than just a game, but really much more. My article, Beyond the Game Why Football Means More, talks about teamwork, discipline, and community that come with playing football. This represents athletes as extremely hardworking and dedicated individuals, rather than just being focused on winning games. It also brings attention to how football brings many people and individuals together, including the players, the students, and the fans. By doing this, my product shows the extreme positive impact that sports can have on a variety of individuals and communities. How does my product engage with audiences, and how would it be distributed as a real media text? My product engages the audience through visual design, photography, and relatable content about the topic of football. Football is one of the most popular sports in all of America. So many people are able to connect with the topic. The action photos of players practicing and playing in games helps to draw the reader in and make the magazine feel that much more realistic and exciting. The layout also helps to keep the audience engaged in the magazine. For example, I use considerable titles like More Than Just a Game and Beyond the Game Why Football Means More to immediately capture the audience's attention. I also organized the information into more compact sections so the readers can easily follow the article without feeling overwhelmed by drawn out paragraph as others do. If this were distributed as a real media product in stores, it would be published as a digital sports magazine or shared online through a variety of websites and social media platforms. Many sports magazines today are available digitally, whether they are free of cost or require buying them or renting them to read, which allows readers to have the ability to easily access them from their phones or personal computers. It could also be shared through schools' media pages or their sports blogs, where students and sports fans alike are likely to see it and read it if their attention is caught, which I am certain mine will. This type of distribution will help the magazine to reach a wider audience interested in the topic of football and sports culture. How did my production skills develop throughout this project? Throughout this project, my production skills have improved quite a bit. especially in the design, layout, and visual organization portions. At the beginning, I was mainly focused on just putting information on the page, but as I have worked on the magazine further and further, I started thinking more about how everything looked and was meshing together as a whole. For example, I have learned how to be capable of arranging the images and text so that the layout looks a lot more professional than it had at the beginning of this process. In my article page, I placed the football image next to the text and used borders and spacing to make the page look greater balanced. Not just a page with lengthy paragraphs that no one wants to read and won't have their attention drawn to. I also worked on choosing the exact fonts and colors that I felt matched the theme of sports and football. Another skill I developed was structuring content. I learned how to write headlines, subheadings, and sections that make the article a significant deal easier to read. The table of contents also helped me to better organize my ideas as a whole and to show the structure slash backbone of the magazine. Overall, this project helped me to understand how important design really is and planning when you are creating a media product that needs to come out nicely. How did I integrate technologies, software, hardware, and online into this project? Technology played a humongous role in helping me to create my media product. I used design and editing softwares to create the magazine pages, like the cover page and the page of table of contents. I also used it to organize the layout. This software allowed me to add images, adjust the text placements, change the colors however I wished, and to design the overall format of the magazine. I also used edited images of football players to make the pages more visually engaging. These images help make the magazine feel that much more realistic than it had, and similar to some professional sports magazines that I had taken inspiration from. Online technology also helped during the research and in the creation process. I used the internet to find and look at examples of real sports magazines made by professionals so I could understand the common design styles and conventions that were used. This helped guide my choices in the right direction for things like the layout, fonts, and my color schemes. Finally, online platforms can be used to publish and or share the final magazine digitally, making it accessible to a larger audience from all over the US. Overall, technology has made it possible to design, to organize, and to present my media product effectively and efficiently.